Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu here, and welcome back to the second live Teamtage reaction of the night. And today we're going to be reacting to Horizon Affinity's first Teamtage called Skyline. And also to correct something that I said in my last video, for some reason I was under the impression that Horizon Affinity had created a Teamtage before, and apparently I was wrong about that. This is their first one, so this is the first time in a while I've just done a reaction to a new team I have no basis off of. I'm pretty sure his team is a mixture between English stunters and French stunters, which is something you don't usually see, like, looking. Maybe I should just look at the description before I just, like, spout that out without saying. And, okay. The editors are French. Okay, one of the editors is French, but the rest of the stunters appear to be English. So, just a correction on that. Maybe I should just, like, stop spouting information like that if I don't know if it's true. Yeah, that'd probably be a pretty good idea. That would save me a lot of trouble in the comment section. So, with that all aside, let's watch the video. And, okay, why is it on 480p? I want it on 1080p. YouTube is so funny sometimes. Like, automatically put your videos at 480p. I'm like, no, I want 1080p. Thank you very much. So, yeah, let's watch the video right now. Okay, so, the Horizon Affinity intro. That's a cool intro. I'm gonna have to admit, that's a really cool intro. Okay. I'm liking the first instrumentals I'm hearing right here. Wow, these people really know how to please me right off the bat. They're using rock music. That's like a plus for me. That's like literally my favorite. I'm already liking this. Their first Teamtage. Oh, that's not how you spell there, but whatever. It's so called. Skyline, right? That's a cool text. I love the animation you did for that right there. And the cinematic was fitting for it, so... Oh, so Team Dreesen is in this team, alright? So, okay. I wonder how far he's gonna go. I legit forgot who was in this team, so I guess I'm gonna be reminded of that. Okay, so you got a very long glide off that. I've never seen anyone go quite this far. I guess laying on the very top was hard. That's still a very solid clip. So Welsh is in this. This guy's very good. And he's me doing a precision with the ruffian. Good job, man. Okay. Oh, Potato BMX in this team too. Yeah, I guess he is. So, okay, so over the helicopter, I guess that was a very high bump considering he's on the stairs. So yeah, very clean. Joshio, man, I know all the people on this team. Yeah, I'm more familiar with this team than I thought I was. All right, so I wonder where he's gonna land on this. Oh, the tiny precision, nice. Perfectly clean landing right there in the trailer trash neighborhood. Okay, so Lucas. Okay, is he gonna be doing a slide? I just got a feeling he was gonna be doing a slide for a second. And what's he doing? Oh, I've never seen anyone get a bump like that before. Like maybe once or twice, but he went literally the opposite direction of what he bumped in. It's like a complete 90-degree turn. Oh, someone's gonna be landing another precision on that right there. So Jexy, okay. Alright, I've seen someone use this bump, but they used it for parking garage energy, not that precision. I'm willing to bet that precision was a harder stunt anyway. So, good job on hitting that. Okay, so Potato BMX, with the bump right there, into a slide, into another slide, and into a thread. Where we go? How has no one seen that spot before? That is an epic spot right there. So, Whizzle, it goes off of there. Again, another spot. How has no one seen that spot? Are you kidding me? These are all very good original bumps that they're bumping off right here that I haven't seen anyone really bump off of before. Okay. Okay, so Top Hat Chaos in this team too. Gonna be landing this. Oh, I guess that bump is only possible with Ruffian, right? Another perfect landing on that. Oh, hey, they're using that to get the bump into that Potato BMX into there very cleanly. Great job, man. Okay, so ending cinematic of him going off of there. Tim Dreesen. Oh, where did he get a bump of right there? Did he get a bump off of the curb? Because if so, that was executed very well. And he's going all the way to the parking garage. About time someone did this. I've known about that spot for freaking ever, and no one has landed it. Finally. That spot does take a lot of skill to land. You gotta glide hella far for doing that, so definitely props to Tim for actually finally doing that. Okay. Wow, the edit just went from like dark to very, very saturated. Alright. Whoa, the effect you're doing here. I forget what that's called, but that was smooth, just making the buildings going farther away. So Whizzle, I've never seen anyone get that high of a bump off of that. And I didn't know that bump was possible with the bats either. So Whizzle off of there, getting into a pretty clean landing on the crane. Okay, so who's this? Lucas? Okay. Okay. Decent stun, I guess. I guess I give it credit for being a ramp that I've never seen anyone go off of before. So Jexy, oh, another one of these kind of stunts. These are pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of like Ash for some reason, even though she's like skydives most of the time. And like when Forrest did that too. Okay, so Welsh and... Okay, so another way to land on this little position. These are pretty popular. I have no idea how easy those are to land with the Batsy. I've never tried it. Okay, so Potato is on here. And he manages to continue his side ride on there and over there. Okay, so he does a triple, nice job, and he gets a little cogs at the end. So that was a 4 combo stun. That was your best stun in the video so far, man. Good job. Okay, so, and he lands on that. How is that easy of a panto or something? Because that looks hard as hell. Okay, so you somehow got that bump, black, with a clean stun like on this building. Okay, so Welsh is going into a motor cog slide, I think. And he's able to do this. Oh, the perfected technique. Oh, very good job, Welsh. Very creative. Spot on with this. Very cool stunt. I've never seen a stunt it's been a while, I guess I should say, since he's a stunt that cool with the Enduro. So Moakito doing that. Never seen anyone do that before either. Wow, I just can't get over how cool that like last stunt was. But Lucas, okay. Goes in, manages to land on that. I've never seen anyone land on that. So Jexy, what's he doing? They have some kind of technique for landing on tiny things. Yeah. Well, I guess that was a Fagio mod, if I'm correct. Okay, so Potato is doing pretty good combo stun. Potato's really been killing it this video. All right. Okay, about time someone gets that bump. All right. Okay, so Lucas, yeah, he lands on that. Good job, man. I can't believe no one's gotten that bump before. Oh, so someone's doing a slide off of this. Creativity. So, my cool, right? It just says my cool. That was a mistake. But this is an incredible stunt episode. Holy crap. No way. The distance he's managed to get. He's landing on freaking Penrith. He's landing on Penrith. Oh my god. Such a good stunt. Whoa, dude. The Batty slide is overpowered. The Batty slide is OP as all hell at this point. Okay, so stunters, Black Stunter, iLucas, Jexy, Joshio, MyCool, Potato BMX, Tim Jason, Top at Chaos, Welsh, and Whizzle. And the editors for part 1 is Network A, Moakito. So those are the 2 editors, and like, thanks for watching. Yeah, 2 very different styles, I guess. I didn't catch that Network 8 was the first editor. I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention super well. Not sure. The end of the video. Alright, guys. So, overall, that was pretty good. That's kind of my original reaction. I've taken some time to just really think about this. It's been a while since I just, like, ended the video. I just wanted to start up again. When, you know, I had my thoughts collected for this and everything. So I decided that I want to make the MVP iLucas and the runner-up Potato BMX. And you're probably wondering why MyCool isn't the finisher. What I mean for MyCool with the finisher. Why that isn't MVP or runner-up material, and I'll get to that in a second. It's just like something relating to my opinion. Even though I thought it was a really cool stunt, I'll just get into that later in the video. So yeah, let's take a look at some of iLucas's and Potato BMX's stunts. Alright, so Potato BMX's first clip was like the helicopter jump one, and I don't really have a lot to say about that one. Even though it wasn't one of his better stunts in the video, it still was a pretty solid stunt in my opinion. Maybe a little bit more could have been added to it to make it less of like a leftover seeming stunt. because I get kind of vibes to that. Even though it's original and it's pretty solid, I mean, like, maybe something could have been added to it. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe like a little grind or something at the end. I'm not sure, just a little suggestion. I still enjoyed the clip though. The helicopter was pretty high up in the air, and I imagine him trying that stunt a few times. Like, he missed the helicopter, so I can kind of see how that kind of stunt be frustrating. But overall, it was a well executed clip. Alright, so Lucas's first clip was a few clips after that, and this one actually shocked me. I was not expecting this at all when I first saw the run up. It was the one where he took like a complete 180 and he went to like the black building and got a landing on it. And even though that building's been landed on a lot, I've never seen a way this creative landed on there. What I mean is, like, I've never seen a way this creative someone has like taken the approach to land on it. Okay, that makes no sense at all, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Just like with the full 180, I'm sure this was an accidental clip. Like, I'm not saying that this was intentional, because it probably wasn't. I'm guessing what happened in this scenario was he was going for the Wii-Wing bump right there, Reland super bump thing in some scale on consoles, because I'm pretty sure Lucas stunts on Xbox One. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. It looks like Xbox One. And then he got just that weird bump, and he's like, okay, might as well take it to the black building. So, it probably wasn't the hardest stunt to do in the world, but maybe it's just like that really one weird bump that you get sometimes. He was actually able to end up doing something pretty cool with it. So, you know what? Nice job, man. Alright, so the next stunt up was Potato BMX's double cog slide to a thread, and this was a spot that I would have never seen in a million years. I'm not going to say this is the hardest stunt to do in the world, because, you know what, if I had the cog slide technique, I could maybe even do this if I had really good control on a lucky, like, attempt, I guess, to put in perspective. But overall, it's a really good find. Just, like, the spot alone is something, like, really worthwhile, I think. And just like the fact that he like got enough distance to do that made it a very solid clip, and just overall, like, good job on hitting that. Okay, so the next clip is also a clip done by Potato BMX, and I'm pretty sure he's on top of a Turismo R, and he uses the Turismo R drives up the hill while he's on it, and he's able to actually get a parking garage entry, which again, like, I just don't know. Just so many of these stunts, like, I lack the kind of experience to judge whether or not these stunts are difficult or not. Maybe it's just because I'm like tired and had a long day and it's like late at night. Like, just like, I probably would be a lot better at explaining these, like, if it was like earlier in the day. I'm sorry, I should probably make these earlier in the day, but again, I didn't think this Teamtage was gonna come out today, so I just gotta, like, you know what, pounce on it when I get the opportunity to. So overall, just like this clip, like, I can't really say the difficulty of it because it's not, I haven't even tried something close to this in a game. I should really start doing these more, like these sort of like collaborative techniques. Like, I feel like they'd be fun for videos, but in the Teamtage case, like, I'm not sure. Some people might call this a leftover. I would have to disagree. The spot is a bit too unique to really call it a leftover. Like, again, it maybe could be improved upon, but at the same time, the spot he did this on, there's not really much he could have improved on. So overall, just like, nice job. Okay, so the next stunt by Lucas is actually the opener for the second part of the edit, and you know what, this stunt, again, like, it's a good spot, okay? He managed to recognize, like, how he could, like, get it sort of a turn glide off of the, sort of the hill, like, out in the country onto the beer brewing plant. I get that. Maybe he could have landed a bit higher. I'm not sure if that's possible. Even though the bump he got was, like, just barely enough to land on the beer brewing plant, I'm always trying, like, when, like, doing these, like, reviews of original clips, just to sort of, like, maybe suggest ways on how they could be improved upon. Even though I might not do the best job doing that, I'm, like, trying as hard as I can. And just, like, overall, just, like, nice execution on this clip. It was very clean, in my opinion. You were able to stick a good landing on there. And, yeah, overall, just, like, well done. Alright, so Potato's first clip in the second part of the edit, I'm just gonna say, just in my personal opinion, this was my favorite clip in the second part of the edit. Like, just overall, just so freaking good. And it was so cleanly executed, too. Potato did just such a wonderful job hitting this clip. He got 3 side rides with obstacles in the ways. He said jump over it and get in the other side ride, jump over it again, get another side ride, jump over it again, get another side ride, and then he was able to take into a cog slide for like a solid 5 seconds, and then he was able to overall just like land that clip cleanly, like on like the ground, like no scratches at all, just like anything, just like this clip couldn't have been executed any better considering the spot he chose. And I'm just so happy about the way this clip turned out, and it's definitely maybe my favorite clip in the video. I don't know, everything about this clip was just like wonderful. Alright, so the next clip by Lucas, and he manages to pull off a really impressive mini precision in my opinion. It's a spot, again, I would have never saw, because he goes off, like, one of, like, the bumps, like, sort of by, like, the civic, like, lawyers building. I know people have no idea what to call that building next to it, but that, like, big, like, tall white building, that's not the hospital, it's out in, like, sort of, like, the north part of town. That's, like, sort of, like, the civic lawyers building. Is I actually walked up to that building once in game, and that's what it said. So, you know, I'm just gonna, like, call it that, I guess, like, when I refer to that building in the game, the one next to the parking garage. Yeah, and he's able to get, like, this, like, really cool mini position on top of, like, the sort of restaurant. I think it's, like, a Mexican restaurant, like, that really, like, sort of curvy building right there. And what's, like, kind of cool about, like, this stunt is, like, he wasn't able to just, like, land right on it. He had to sort of land on the top part, and he had to, like, slide off in order to get the perfect landing on just like the regular mini precision part of it, because no other higher way he could have, like, really landed it. He landed this stunt the best way he possibly could have, so for that, just, like, well done. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is the last clip of Potato BMX in the video. I'm not really sure what screenshot I'm gonna put here, like, by the side, because the clip is, like, from the cameras from a distance. You know, I'll get a decent shot though, alright? So yeah, this clip, again, was maybe the second best clip Potato had besides the triple cog slide. I mean, the triple side ride to the cog slide. With that aside, like, this is the best clip in the video with them, like, with, like, the other one, second best clip. That's, like, probably the best way to say it. This is Potato BMX's second best clip. Sorry if I'm not very articulate at this point. It's just, like, I'm just, like, really trying to, like, work through this, like, despite, like, how hard it might be. But, you know, like, what he did in this was pretty impressive. He did, like, the handlebar grind, and he went into, that frame bounce, and he got into just, like, a regular crank slide, and he got a clean landing. So, it wasn't a 4-part stunt like the last one, but anyways, like, 4-part stunts are, like, just as rare as, like, they are. Like, the spots for 4-part stunts are just hard to find in the first place. So definitely a 3-part combination stunt for BMX like this is definitely, like, far beyond expectations, like, for a Teamtage, especially when it's this clean. Just, like, that's why I chose Potato as, like, the MVP, because just overall he just did, like, such a good job with the cleanliness of his BMX clips. Alright, so the very next clip is yet another clip by Lucas, and he goes from the original spot and lands on the dog position like a lot of other people have. I guess part of the reason why I chose these two guys in the first place is because they had, like, they got the quantity there, okay? Like, other people, like, they all have great stunts, but three great stunts is better than 2 great stunts, right? Because they're the same difficulty level, but there's more of them. So this is how quantity can matter in a way, I guess, when I'm watching a Teamtage, and can make, like, people stand out more than others. And overall, Lucas landed on this very nicely. It was probably a pretty difficult stunt to get to be honest. Not the bump was hard as it is, because I've gone off this bump before. This isn't one of those bumps where you really get the bump every single time you bump off of it, so it was probably pretty frustrating for him for that reason, and also for the reason that the landing is hard, especially with the Akuchu. Like, that dog, like, isn't the easiest thing to land on the planet, so definitely a very good job, Lucas, for just, like, getting that stunt, like, well done, clean, and overall just, like, nice spot. Alright, and finally, let's just have a quick chat about the finisher, alright, because a lot of you guys are going to be wanting me to talk about this if I don't say it in the video. So one of the reasons why I wasn't really as impressed by this clip as, like, a lot of other people were is because first of all, I found out that Michael actually kind of stole this spot from Tydra, which lowers my respect level just a little bit if Tydra didn't want him to hit this and put it in Teamtage. Like, I don't know, like, I'm sort of, like, wish-washy about it because I don't entirely support it, and yeah, I don't entirely hate Michael for doing this either. It's just, like, sort of one of those things where it's like, I didn't really like that you did that, but nice done, by the way. Like, that's kind of how I feel about it. And it was definitely a very good use of Dark Stunter slide. Dark Stunter even said in the comment section that he likes the spot that Michael used his technique in. And yeah, he landed on the Penrith building from, like, pretty much the hills, so he flew halfway across town doing this stunt. And I guess on the topic of this stunt, like the first of all, the stolen clip, and also because using someone else's technique, those are the two reasons why I didn't really consider this clip quite as impressive as all the things that Lucas and Potato BMX did, because, like, those are the two reasons. I know a lot of people will be asking why I chose, like, Lucas and Potato BMX over Michael, and the two reasons are pretty much just, like, it's stolen clip, like, from someone else, wasn't his idea, and wasn't really as his technique either. So no matter how incredible a clip could be, you always gotta take, like, that other stuff into consideration, you know, right? So I guess while I'm on this, I guess maybe I should have a discussion about Dark Stunter's technique, because people are sort of in like a middle zone about this like sort of technique to begin with. Like they don't know whether to consider it just like a Mafia glide, because there's two different kinds of stunts. There's like regular stunts, and then there's Mafia glide-ish stunts. And regular stunts are just like most motorcycle stunts, but then like Mafia glide-ish, like the kind of stunts that have been like sort of put in that section are obviously Mafia glides, just like they are, and also mountain glides too. Like those are like over here in sort of the Mafia glide section that like stunning community has so dubbed it. And then people just don't know whether to put this like Dark Stunter slide in the Mafia glide section or to put it into the regular stunt section. That's sort of what people are arguing, because people are claiming that just because of how much speed it gives you, that it's considered more of a Mafia glide, just because like once you start gliding, it's easy continue glide. So if you guys get what I'm saying, people are just very confused about where like to classify this stunt. So maybe have a discussion about that in the comment section. Like, this is something you should probably get solved, like, sooner rather than later. Like, people have been discussing this for the past week or so, since these clips just keep getting released, and all, like, the Dark Stunter spots just keep getting released. And we need to, like, settle this overall. So, alright, so now I'm back in my regular position. I'm just gonna do a quick word on the stunts and the edit. Not the stunts, but the music and the edit, because I've already probably spent way too much time talking about the stunts overall as it is, so yeah, for the music, I liked the first song, but I just wasn't into the second song. I don't know, because the first song was like rock and had like the cool like instruments I always like to hear in rock songs. But the second song was, first of all, the second song, I swear I've heard it in a video before. Now, I might have just been watching like an AMV or a video on like another game. That wouldn't be fair, but I think I've heard this song in another Teamtage before. Or maybe I just heard it from somewhere else. Maybe I'm the idiot here, but like I feel like I recall this this song in another video before. But make sure to like let me know in the comment section, because I'm just not sure. But overall, it's like, I guess the second song isn't really my kind of music to begin with, so I wasn't gonna like it regardless if it was in the video or not. But overall, like the music in the video, it's like the least important category. So to talk about the edit, I feel like the compare and contrast with Network Gate's edit and on who was the second editor again? Man, I already forgot. I've been talking for so long. Oh, the contrast between Network Gate's edit and Moekito's edit. So yeah, Moekito obviously likes to use like much brighter visuals in his edits. That was made very apparent. And Dark Stunter, why did I say Dark Stunter? I'm just so used to talking about Dark Stunter these days. Like, I need to stop talking about Dark Stunter. Alright, so talking about Network Gate, in contrast, in comparison to Moekito's editing style, it seems like Network Gate likes to use like darker like tones and colors and stuff. And I'm not saying like those like don't match and everything, but I always like it when an edit, like the two edit are like sort of like the same. You get what I'm saying? Like just like the look of the edit is similar, because if you're gonna have more than one editor for a video, I always prefer it's like that. People disagree with me, so you know what, just do whatever you want. It's just my opinion, okay? Some people love it when the two edits are just like as different as they possibly can be, because they feel like that makes it like sort of like 2 or 3 Teamtages into one. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'm conflicted, because I'm having a hard time really scoring this video. But I guess overall, what I feel like, what my intuition is telling me at this point is to give this video an 8.5 or an 85 out of 100, because it kind of deserves a B. It's a solid B video in my opinion. Nothing would really make it any better, nothing would make it worse, but in order to make it an A, you know what, some of those stunts just gotta be a bit less leftover-ish, because even though they're original, I didn't see a single reland in this video, but just the stunt sort of had this like leftover-ish vibe. And videos that were like 9.0 and above don't really tend to have those kind of vibes, so that's probably like as like clear and vague as I can possibly get. I'm very sorry. I kind of need to be more detailed like explaining this, but hopefully I'm just like doing as best I can. Okay, I'm being serious, but yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say about the edit at this point. This video is probably one of the longest reactions I've done in a long time. I just feel like I've been rambling for like an hour here, so once I get that feeling, it's kind of time to like wrap up the video here. So make sure to go check out Horizon Affinity. The link's in the description down below. Their Teamtage. Like, go like drop a sub over there if you want to go support them. They only have 160 subscribers right now, so I feel like they would be very appreciative if you did that. And also make sure to leave like your opinions and comments in the comment section down below to start a discussion about anything in this video, anything you want to discuss or say or add to the conversation. Just like feel free. And I'm probably talking too fast at this point. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on the video because it does help a lot. And also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe. Kotetsu out.